Hey Denver, Bree here. At the end of today's episode, we've got a sponsored segment from MultiPass. Andy Cameron is going to talk with me about some of the most fun and unexpected events happening around Denver this month, from ShroomskyCon to jazz nights to late night bass parties. And it's all brought to you by MultiPass. So stick around and we'll help you figure out what to do this month and maybe find your next favorite night out. Welcome to CityCast Denver. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. Producer Olivia Jewell-Love, good morning.
Good morning.
And newsletter editor Peyton Garcia, long time no see.
Hey, ladies.
It's been a while. I'm so glad you're here. It's time for our guide to April in Denver, which is sponsored by MultiPass, a great events calendar and ticketing platform based right here in Denver. As usual, we're talking about the best things to do, see, eat, drink, and explore in and around the Mile High City, plus one surprise category. Let's start with something to eat or drink this month in April. It's spring. Olivia, what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about a place I actually went with you, Bree, and loved. So this is a new spot called Velvet Lasso, and I mentioned it in the newsletter when I was covering for Peyton when she was on vacay. But it's this new coffee shop, and the vibes in there are just really cute. I've got to say, They have a lot of vintage decor on the walls. Vintage furniture. It's just like very, very cute. And they're working on expanding it to be even bigger right now. So right now it's very small, but it's going to get bigger. And they just have a lot of really interesting drinks, a lot of like iced coffees and stuff. But I got a little lunch there that I loved and keep thinking about called the Lassoed Thruple, which, I don't know what that means. Sure. But it's
Thruples are very in right now. So
it's so hot. Call in. No, I'm kidding. But the lassoed thruple is a piece of focaccia pizza, which is like, it was pizza made on focaccia bread as the crust. It was so good. And then you get a soda, like a glass bottle of soda and a bag of chips for $13. And I loved that deal. And I thought it was a really good lunch. And now I can't stop thinking about making focaccia pizza.
It was a good deal. It was like, you didn't have to think. I mean, I did think about it. There was a lot of options, but like the fact that it comes with a drink and chips and pizza.
And they were good chips.
Cute.
They were those Torres chips.
Oh, yeah, those fancy chips.
Yeah,
Peyton, have you had those chips?
Those are the ones that do the black truffle, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes. Yeah.
These were just olive oil, but I remember them being very
Those are
fancy.
Expensive chips.
Yeah.
They're expensive. If you buy them, like I went to World Market to get the black truffle ones, which are dynamite. Very expensive. So good deal. You're getting quality food for $13.
Also, yeah, just a cute place to hang out. Go take some pics in there. It's really cute.
It's in the like main floor of the Lumina building on the north side, if you're not familiar with it. But it's a very quaint space. And like Olivia said, they're expanding, which thank God, because like when we were in there,
it was packed.
It was packed. And there's very limited seating. Yes. But it was very trinket forward all around. Just cute little
I told Brie, I was
things.
like, this is the first like establishment I've been in a long time that I'm like, I actually, like, people talk about like pocketing stuff from the bar. I'm like, this is the only place I've been in like recent years that I would actually pocket stuff from, which I didn't. I'm an upstanding citizen. But I'm like, yeah, this actually
you wanted to.
This actually has stuff that I like. Like, if I was a gleeper, I would steal it, But
and then poor Olivia had to sit through me being like, and here was a restaurant once called Pagliacci's, and right across the street is the Hells Angels headquarters and the Zetro City View Tavern. And she was like, cool.
Well,
anyway,
they actually have a sandwich called named after the
after Pagliacci's. Yeah, I thought that was so cool.
Cool. I like
nice honor.
I like the harken back. So love this spot.
Velvet Lasso. Good choice.
Cool.
Pei, what about you?
Yeah, well, I've got a deal for you too. It is April 17th through the 26th is actually Westy Restaurant Week, which is Westminster. So you have to venture outside of Denver. But if you are looking for a way to affordably eat out like I am, I always think Restaurant Week is a good time to do that. So it's similar to the way Denver's functions, which already happened earlier this year. But you can visit a variety of restaurants. They have like 36, I think, participating so far. And you can pick from a variety. They'll offer like prefix menus ranging from $15 up to $55.
Ooh.
What you get kind of, you can pick what
There's a price range, a good range.
bracket you want. Yeah. And so they've got mostly it's just like it's a good way to get out to eat and support a restaurant when you feel like it's so hard to eat out right now because of the cost. And they've got some good little options like Senor Burritos is in Westminster because remember they closed their Denver location.
They did.
And they opened a new one in Westminster.
They did. And they also, so my cousin's married to Miguel, who's part of the Senor Burritos family. And he actually had one on, was it Kipling that he just closed last month? So if you're missing Senor Burritos, just remember there's that good call. There's that one in Westminster.
Yeah. And they've got other stuff. They've got Postino and what else did they have? They have like tap and burger and homegrown tap and dough. Lots of good stuff. So an affordable way to go out to eat. That's Westy Restaurant Week. But also this month, April 26th through May 3rd, is Mile High Asian Food Week.
Ooh,
and that's been going on
right.
for a few years now. But it's a way to celebrate and uplift the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander culinary community. And they have, so it's not like Westy where they have the price brackets, but they do have special menus, secret items, discounts, things like that. And they have like over 60 restaurants participating, a lot of favorites, including Coffee Graph, Coffee Sarab, Kokoro, one of your favorites, Brie,
Yeah.
Mac Fam, Ma's Dumplings and Dim Sum, Sapsua, Tea Cafe, Yuan Wonton. So a ton of really big restaurants that have been getting a ton of attention lately, and they are delicious. So it's just another opportunity to go out, see if you can get some discounts, secret items, some incentive to go out and try those things. So a lot of options for you.
Love that.
I love that. I feel like you guys went to the Mile High Asian Food Week press
We
preview.
did.
And that's where you both came back being like, Mac Fam is the best restaurant in the world.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
we did. It was fun. It's a fun time. So 2 excuses to go out and maybe nab something you've never tried for a reasonable price.
I
Hell
love
yeah.
it. Well, I checked out a coffee shop finally that I've been just staring at on Instagram. It's called Olin Cafetzin. It's in Aurora on East Colfax and Clinton Street. It means movement coffee. And they describe themselves as a Mesoamerican inspired cafe serving coffee from indigenous collectives and offering a library of ethnic studies books. But let me just tell you, I walked in here and I thought of both of you for different reasons. One, aesthetically, you just want to be in there. It's beautiful. It's warm. It has sun and plants, and the seating is all gorgeous. And then they have these drinks that are like Montgomery got a Chicano coffee, or I'm sorry, a Chicano soda, and it was like you could pick your syrups. It's kind of like an Italian soda, and so he had like mango lime soda with blue and gold edible glitter in it.
Ooh.
It was so cool. I had what did I have? The Mexicana latte, which was just, it was like a very lightly sweetened iced latte. It was really nice. But the other thing was immediately when I walked in, everyone that worked there just started talking to me. Someone came from sitting at the counter to come and tell me they have a kids room. So if you just go back a little bit, but Peyton, the reason you're going to really love this, it's a low sensory room. So you walk back there and the light is a little bit dimmer. There's like really comfy places to sit on the floor. There's a kids library. So like Benicio, it would be perfect to take him because it's real chill. It's like for kids, but it's chill.
I love this.
I want to hang out in the low sensory room.
Oh, you would love it too. I actually sat on the floor with Montgomery and we like colored a Luchadores coloring book. It was awesome. And then behind that, there's a third room, and that's where their lending library is. And I think they told me if you visit 4 times, then you can join the lending library and just come borrow books if you want. But there were people just back there reading.
So cool.
Oh, it was so cool. And they were just, there's one thing to have a kids menu, right? There's another thing for them to like the owners like came out and talked to me and talked to Montgomery and told us about all the things they had. And like, it was just I can't express what a kind and open and nice experience it was. It was the perfect Sunday afternoon, and the drinks were amazing.
How did you hear about this place?
It was just it kept popping up on my Instagram, and I was like, what is this place? Like, the glitter drinks got me.
The algorithm is algorithming.
It really did. It really did. But you can't get from the Instagram necessarily, because everybody's talking about vibes. Like, it's whatever. This place the vibes it felt like human, like, interaction was at the forefront of this space. And it was just such a dreamy space. But I think both of you would really love it.
So cool. I love it.
Let's
so
go.
beautiful.
Me and you, Peyton.
Yeah, I feel a girl date plus Benicio coming on.
Oh, he would just love this place. Because again, the whole place was calm. It wasn't like quiet like a library. It was just like calm and welcoming and just like, oh, it was so cool.
Nice.
So
Nice
love
find.
that. Yeah, felt very lucky to randomly find this place. This episode is brought to you by MultiPass. Did you know you can sell event tickets and memberships for your organization, business, or creative endeavor with MultiPass? And you can buy tickets to your favorite events, meet new friends, and create community on MultiPass too. Proudly based in Denver and deeply rooted in the local event and creative scene, this platform is for event hosts and event goers alike. With MultiPass, you can build vibrant communities through its unique community chat feature that unlocks post-RSVP. And this helps attendees connect and engage with each other. The platform also solves cash flow issues with same-day payouts and offers revenue sharing tools that automatically splits ticket revenue between producers, performers, and promoters. It also features a promoter dashboard to boost attendance with built-in tools like the ability to add street teams and track performance. MultiPass, designed to help everyone in the event ecosystem win, not just the platform. Learn more at multipass.com. That's multipass.com. Okay, our next category is something to see or do. Peyton, do you want to start us off?
Sure, why not? So, as some of you might know, as others might not, we are heading into playoffs for both the Avs and the Nuggets. Avs are already in. Nuggets are hopefully very, very close to nabbing their spot in the playoffs. That's going to begin in mid-April. I think both kick off April 18th. But anyways, I've been looking for somewhere to go watch those games. That is not my house. And I landed on Flightco Tower. So I don't know if either of you guys have ever been there, but it is crazy. It is huge. It is so massive, so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. And that's all over in Central Park. But it's a great place to take your kids. So they have TVs and they put on, the sports games so you can watch, but they've also got like a really massive outdoor space where you can do putt-putt golf, play yard games. It's huge. And they also have bowling and darts and axe throwing and simulators and arcade. So and I didn't realize like quite how huge this place is. And they also do historic tours for those of us who like really old ships and buildings and aviation. And you can go all the way to the tippy top of the old control tower. Because if you don't know, this was this used to be the
Stapleton.
Yeah, Stapleton Airport control tower. And you can go all the way up there and they do these like tours. And I was even on the phone because I was calling recently to ask about some stuff on their menu. And when you're on their phone, they play little like air traffic control tower noises. It's very fun.
I love that.
So it's just huge. It's massive. And so that's where I'm going to try and catch the playoff games because I think it'd be a great place for me to take both my friends who don't have kids and my friends with kids because there's just going to be so much for us to do there and we can linger for a while. But also any other time is just a great time to check these guys out. They're huge.
I'm looking for this kind of space all the time. Also, I'm not joking. I drove by there on the way to Caffeine Olitzine, and Montgomery was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I think it's a restaurant, but that's an old air control tower." And you just literally answered all our questions. He's like, "Can we go up there?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Cool. Yeah. And I recently learned because I just took my kids on a plane ride for the first time, and apparently Benicio is obsessed with planes. He loved the experience, so I think he would really like this. They've got lots of like really cool old, like they've really like repurposed a lot of the old stuff that was in there. And
Oh,
they've got pictures of
cool.
planes and models of planes. And also for those of us with kids, kids get free pasta, free spaghetti every Wednesday.
Shut up.
So go there for free food.
I'm taking a fake
Um,
ID with me.
Yeah,
I'm 12.
That says you're 4?
There's and it's a dog friendly patio. So another big plus up for
Who
people.
can't come? Who can't come?
Yeah,
Everyone's
no,
there.
but there's
Every
everyone
hobby,
can go.
everything you want to do,
Yes,
you're there. All right.
I did not realize. I mean, I knew of this place, and we get the press releases.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
put them on
say.
I put them on the event calendar all the time. But I did not realize just how cool this place was. They do trivia regularly. On April 25th, they're having a dog party on their patio. So yeah, I mean, check it out for the playoffs or just any time at all because it's very cool.
Yeah.
I love this too, of a place you can go with your friends that don't have kids, and you can take your kids, and then your kids are not just up in your business the whole time. They have stuff to do, so you can actually talk to your friend, because that's really the bottom line when you have kids, is it's really hard to just talk to other adults.
Yep. Yep. So
that sounds awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Olivia, what about you? What's your thing to see or do this month?
So I always have been, but I think more people are lately in their physical ephemera era, aka getting like real little mementos from places and like having physical reminders that you can keep of like cool stuff you did. So my recommendation is to check out all the cool photo booths Denver has to offer.
Good idea.
Because there's a lot actually. And I'm actually really upset because I didn't realize till we left that Velvet Lasso has a photo booth. So
I didn't notice that either.
Missed out on that, but they have one. The over by where we record on Thursdays, 715 Club.
Oh yeah,
they have a photo booth. And I found this really great article from Westward that I will link. It's from like this past winter, but they have a list of the 10 best photo booths in Denver. And so like, I mean, Mutiny is on there. They've got one of those OG old ones that like actually develops the film in there. Really cool. And they have like a little camera so you can watch it happening. Yeah, Sputnik, High Dive. The Colorado Photographic Arts Center has one. There's a huge list that I will share. I just think it's really fun. I've started framing a couple of them that I have, and I just think it's a really fun memory to have with your friends and stuff. And I'm I just feel nostalgic for things like that right now. And I think there's a lot of them that Denver has to offer. So that's my rec.
I love that. That's very fun.
I do too. I feel like I have ones from Sputnik from 20 years ago. I have to go back and revisit and take a new picture.
I kind of want to make like a wall of them with like, I framed one that's really cute. I put some like paper behind it, but I'm like, kind of want to have a wall of photo booth pics with all my friends. So
I love it. Oh, that'll be a good list.
Yes.
Okay. My recommendation comes after an unpleasant experience I had at a unnamed witch store here in Denver that I've been shopping at for a long time. And I took a class there, and I was shamed for the type of witch I am. And it made me very self-conscious and upset. But I reached out to a friend who's a practitioner, Lynn. She runs a healing space called Baba Rusa's Garden. And I told her what happened. And she said, "Oh, you're just going to the wrong place. You got to go to Alchemy Ritual Goods in 5 Points. This is a women of color owned space that sells crystals and tinctures and journals. And it's run by herbalists and practitioners of color. They do classes on dream interpretation, full moon circles. They offer aura readings, acupuncture. And I walked in there and I was like, this is actually where I want to be. And it was such a beautiful experience. Again, Montgomery went nuts in the crystals and stones section. He has his own altar. He got a piece of amber. He was going crazy. But it was just, again, the women that worked there came over, started talking to me, explaining what they did there, what they had. And it was just such a lovely experience. And it's in an old building at 27th and Arapahoe. The sun just comes in. We got Greg a wind chime for his garden. They had so many beautiful things. Olivia, you would love. I mean, Montgomery did point this out. He's like, Olivia would love the trinkets in here.
I was like, Bree's son and I have a special friendship where he talks a lot about
trinkets.
me. He doesn't talk a lot to me.
No, you're his imaginary friend. But it was just such a different experience than I had recently had. And I was so grateful. It's Alchemy Ritual Goods. Cannot recommend it enough. I
Very
actually
cool.
I got presents there for my aunt. I got some great presents
Wow.
for Mother's Day. They have tea, they have fresh made teas, like they have all locally created tinctures and anointing oils and all sorts of things that are made by folks here. It was just
Mm,
so nice.
That sounds
I
So
cool.
love this. As somebody who has a sister who's a practicing witch as well, I would love to take her there.
go
Always
there. Oh,
looking for
No,
take
and I
places
her.
to
need to
take her.
update my altar with some stuff from the store. It sounds really cool.
Yes. Oh yeah, take her there. You guys should go. I mean, they have all kinds of incense. It's just very well curated. Also, they had some like handmade bags. Like it was just
Love a
it was
purr.
well curated, but also just a nice place, and they were really nice people.
Sweet.
Just
That's
loved it.
awesome. Good to
Yeah.
know.
It was nice. It was really nice. Okay, our third category. We're going to build a picnic, a perfect spring picnic here in Denver with Denver things we would bring. And maybe if you have a place that you would love to have a picnic, that's also something you can include. So, Olivia, do you want to start us off? This was your idea, your ultimate spring picnic here in Denver.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I've already like started fantasizing about doing this when it's warm out. So I really want to go like take my partner to the Soda Lakes at Bear Creek,
Oh,
Bear Creek Lake
yeah.
Park in Lakewood over in my stomping grounds. It's fun.
Yes.
They have a swim beach. Probably still too cold to swim, but like, the little beach is fun to hang out on. I go here in the summer and float around with my friends. But my first thing is actually not like in Denver, but I'm like, I would drive for this, is a sandwich from Two Brothers Deli in Idaho Springs. I used to work up there.
Ooh.
It's just, they have this like rosemary olive oil bread that is just so good. And like their sandwiches are just really good. So I'm like, I think a sandwich is like a picnic food. I'm
Yes.
gonna send my boyfriend up there to get it for me. No, I'm kidding. But like gonna import this sandwich from Idaho Springs. And then I definitely recently I discovered Denver Chip Co. Don't know if y'all are familiar with that. I had them at a
No.
brewery near me. Local chip brand, fire. They're so good.
Ooh.
They're like really good, and they're really like, you can clearly see it's like, it looks like it was just cut off a potato. And they are really good. So I'm bringing these on my picnic for sure. And then I think I can bring this to the beach. I don't know for sure. I might have to sneak it in. I want to bring it's called the Prosecco from Carboy Winery. It's their Prosecco, but it's, based here in Colorado. So it's called Prosecco.
Oh, cute.
It's really good. I want to take that. And then the last thing I want to take, which like maybe not a good idea to mix the two, but I want to take my favorite dialed in gummies, which are
Ooh.
like small batch,
Yes.
solventless rosin gummies. And they were founded here in Colorado, and they are premium. I get these as myself for myself for a special treat because they're kind of spendy, but I think this would really elevate my picnic if I had some of those there.
I have to say, Soda Lakes is such a truly a hidden gem.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I'm the only one who feels that way because
I've never been there.
I mean, I've never either, but I regularly forget about it, and then I have people recommend it, and then I like look up the picture. It's
so
like
fun.
truly, I forget about it all the time, but it's like truly
Yeah,
a gem.
I go out there most summers with my friends, get a, pool floaty, take that, float. You can bring beer and stuff. I don't think you can bring like hard alcohol, but you can bring some beers, hang out, float. There's like a million families there. There's a million people there, family reunions, so much stuff going on. But I love it. I think it's fun.
Also, I have to second Two Brothers Deli. I was in Idaho Springs recently, and we just like popped in. It was so
It's
good.
so good.
Really, really good.
I used to work up there, so that's why
I've never heard of
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's
So
if you're
good.
up there, you gotta hit it.
Definitely.
Okay. Because I do stop there sometimes on the way to Glenwood Springs usually. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we just end up at like McDonald's or something.
Nah.
And
No, check out Two Brothers.
Yeah.
Really
Two
good.
Brothers, so good.
Okay. I love it. Also, as the non-drinker who occasionally takes edibles, I agree with Dialed In. And honestly, nothing I love more than just chilling in the park. It's a
Yeah.
nice way
I mean,
to do it.
have one of those and then just eat an entire bag of Denver chips. Like, they are so good. I'm like planning my weekend, you know?
I love it. I love it. Okay, I'll go. My recommendation for a place for a picnic is it's a kind of a low key. It's a little hidden Lakewood park called O'Kane Park. It's just off. It's a couple blocks off of First and Wadsworth. It used to be a family-owned dairy farm, and I think the family donated the land, so it still has their little gingerbread house on the lot that you can just go kind of look at. It's not it's a historical site, but it's not open or anything, but you can kind of just go peek around if you're a history nerd like myself, which I love. But it's also has a small lake. It has a nice walk around for a short dog walk. It has a great playground. It has everything. And it's kind of just a little hidden away park. It's not usually super busy. And it's just one that we go to pretty often because it's 10 minutes away. It's a great park. And then I really just went with snacks. So first, my favorite local drink of all time is an iced tea called Sport Tea. And you can make it it's like a fridge brew, put in a giant Sport Tea bag and for a couple hours. And I looked it up because I was like, what is the flavor? It's like green tea, black tea, mate, ginseng, ginger, and more sort of mixed together. It almost has a slight sweetness, but there's no sweeteners in it. So it's just I hate to say it, it's kind of an elevated iced tea.
It's a super tea.
It's so good. It's marketed as for sports people and instead of electrolytes, but it's also just a really good iced tea. So I'm bringing that. And then I'm going to bring chips from La Popular downtown. They're just great, fresh made tortilla chips. Also, they make the crazy kinds of flour tortillas. They make green chili tortillas. They make black sesame tortillas, but they're just regular tortilla chips are great. And I'm going to bring two things with my chips. I've got La Estrella salsa. La Estrella is my favorite Mexican restaurant in Colorado. It's in Brighton, but you can get their salsa at King Soopers. And I love a little La Es restaurant salsa. They have 12 different flavors of different heats, and they have some vegetarian ones too. And then my other favorite thing, which you can get at King Soopers, it's made here local, is Falafel King makes a green chili hummus. And it's delicious. It's like hummus, and then it has a big dollop of a cold green chili right in the middle of it. And it's so good. It's my Colorado secret fave.
What's your dipping? What's your vessel of choice? Your hummus vessel?
Chips. Chips is really also. Oh, actually, the Falafel King also makes pita here locally too.
Sneak a little pita in there.
You could do pita. You could do tortilla chips. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Peyton, I think you're last. You're our last one.
Well, honestly, I was having so much trouble trying to narrow down all of the awesome local products you could take on a picnic here. But you know what? I'm just going to send you straight to Marzick Fine Foods.
Yep.
Good call.
I love to go there. And when I used to work on just off 17th Street at one of my last jobs. And I used to go there every day, all the time. So you can make your own picnic with any of their local cheeses and meats and all of the stuff that they have, their goodies, their house-made baked goods, whatever. So make your own picnic there if you want. But my recommendation is going to be to get one of their sandwiches, their house-made fresh sandwiches from the deli. They do a great deli sandwich. Particularly, I like the Jedi, which is Neiman Ranch prosciutto, market-made fresh mozzarella, tomato, basil, pesto on a baguette. Or their super popular Parisian sandwich, which is French ham, brie, and butter on a baguette. Super good. I used to eat those all the time. So I would say nab a couple of those, grab a couple little snackies off the shelves, and then I planned your whole day. Head over to City Park, which is not that far. It's only an 8-minute drive and a 13-minute bike ride. They've got a great playground there. The City Park playground was renovated not that long ago, just a couple years ago. A really good spot. So I too was looking for somewhere with a playground where my kid could run around. There's also just obviously it's City Park, so there's so much space. And then me personally, I'm gonna tack the zoo onto my day.
Of course you are. I was we're in close proximity to your favorite place.
You guys know how much I love the zoo. I have a membership, so I can just pop in. I love a good zoo picnic, so I will probably sandwich my picnic with a day at the zoo or the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
My favorite place, yes.
Yeah, let your kids run around, burn some energy, fall asleep on the drive home. That is my perfect spring day picnic, which I plan on doing very soon.
Can you drive me home after the picnic?
Yeah, I don't want to drive home. You drive us home.
I was like, I'll fall asleep in the back seat and you carry me in. Thanks.
Also, Pei, you're touching on something that I think is one of the greatest, like, underrepresented values of having a membership to the zoo or the art museum or the Nature and Science Museum or the Botanic Gardens is you can pop in anytime you want. So you don't have to make a whole day of it and make it, quote, worth it. You can like pop in, see a couple exhibits that you like and leave, or, you know, go to the bathroom, get a beer, whatever you want to do. And you don't have to like plan out. Because like, honestly, the zoo is nuts. It's so busy. It is a very popular place.
Many animals. Crazy.
So many kids. It's like, and same with the Nature and Science Museum is like, just a regular day is crazy. So if you can just like sneak in for an hour or two and do that a couple times during the year, it's totally worth it.
It's a great Christmas present. We get memberships from our parents and our in-laws and stuff.
So do we.
Every year, because if you have someone in your life with a kid, that is a clutch present. It is perfect. Like you said, Bree, just pop in for an hour. If the boys are hating it, we could just leave and it's not a loss.
Yeah, no, totally. I love all these. We had some good things. We laid out some good stuff.
I know. I loved this picnic idea. That could be a whole episode.
Do a whole show.
I'm going to do it. I mean,
me too. I just planned my weekend.
It's perfect. Well, we always have more to recommend in terms of things you can do around the city. You can go to denver.citycast.fm, check out our events calendar, sign up for our newsletter. Again, the newsletter that goes out with this episode gives you a little bit more of a breakdown of some of the things that we talked about. Olivia and Peyton, thanks so much. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Bree here with Andy Cameron, CEO of Multipass, to talk to me about fun things happening around Denver this month. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Bree.
So let's start with ShroomskiCon because I have questions. Like, what is this event and who would be showing up for it?
Yeah, so ShroomskiCon is on April 18th, and it's definitely not your typical event. So it's basically a mix of immersive art, music vendors, and just a lot of really creative people that are all in one space, and it leans very heavy into the psychedelic culture, but it's not just for people that are deep in that world.
Okay, so it's anybody can check it out kind of thing, regardless of maybe your experience with magic mushrooms or maybe just the culture of it, which is something Denverites love for sure. Okay, when someone says variety show to me, this can go in a lot of directions. So what kind of like fun chaos are we talking about at the Four Fools Variety Show?
Yeah, so chaos is really the right word to use here. So Four Fools is taking place on April 1st, and it also kind of leans into April Fool's energy, as you can kind of tell in the name. And it's not purposely polished. You might get comedy, burlesque, random performances. So just stuff that makes you laugh and also just kind of really question what's going on. And it's just really one of those nights that you go with your friends and just let it be a little ridiculous.
I got to say, I looked at their flyer for it, and then I looked on the Multipass website, and like if you buy a ticket, you're called the Peanut Gallery. So I can already feel that this is a really fun April Fool's Day experience I don't know. It gave me, the tone was set. I'm excited. Okay, let's say I'm trying to have a chill, maybe slightly classy night out. What makes these jazz club events worth leaving the house for?
Yeah, so this one is kind of like a complete opposite vibe, which I like. It's the next one is going to be taking place on April 16th, and it's just a solid chill night. So it's got live jazz, good musicians, and can actually have a conversation, have a drink.
I love the balance here of events is like you want to get wild and crazy, or if you want to be laid back and like just feel that chill environment. And we've got great jazz musicians here in Denver, so that's no doubt a killer night. Okay, last one, bass wave. Sounds like the opposite of chill, speaking of, but what's the vibe here and how late am I realistically staying out for this one?
Yeah, so again, we're going in the opposite direction from the jazz club. So this one's going to be taking place on April 9th, and it is more of an underground bass music event. So yeah, you're going to be staying up pretty late. You're not just checking your watch at midnight. It's one of those nights where, you look up and you're like, where did the night go?
Well, Andy, thanks for being here. Again, you can check out multipass.com to learn more. We'll have a link for you in our show notes as well, so you're just a click away. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Bree.
That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed this show, why not take a minute to tell your friend you would bring on a picnic about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe to our morning newsletter at denver.citycast.fm. And just a reminder, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you later.